Motivation, the Manifestation Podcast. I am your host, Moses. We are in the building, y'all. So, this is number one, y'all. Episode number one. I'm excited. I'm turned up. I'm ready to get it cracking. We got a dope guest today, y'all. But first off, just give everybody just a little heads up, a little rundown. What meditation to motivation, the Manifestation Podcast, what it's all about. This is the platform where we come and we align with what our life manifestation is. A lot of individuals are still searching for even what their life purpose is. Why are they here on this planet? What are they doing? A lot of people are definitely in search for that one question of why am I here? However, there are others that have already aligned on that exact frequency where they know exactly 100% this is what I'm supposed to be doing. And what we talk about, y'all, is how do we choose exactly what we're here to do? And we manifest it. We manifest it into reality. We align that body, mind, and spirit to exactly what we're here for. So without further ado, y'all, I told you I'm excited. I got a my brother right here, y'all. First of all, let me say something for y'all. First and foremost, all right, this brother right here, y'all, I have to say, as of the last maybe 60 days, like, he's been one of my number one favorite music artists to listen to, man. Like, straight up. And I'm gonna tell you why though, because if y'all know me, you know what I'm saying, y'all know how I get down. You feel me? Like, I'm very 100% conscious of consciousness, and what this brother does is he instills it within his music, and so when I hear it, it's like my soul it listens. You know what I'm saying? It's y'all already know what type of music is out there, but y'all about to see what it is, and I admit it. So, like, without further ado, let me introduce to y'all my brother, Chief Amare God Sparks. What's good, bro?
What up, my G? Oh my God, what an opener! Appreciate it, man.
Man, we are in here, baby, man, bro. First and foremost, man, I definitely want to thank you, man, for taking your time out, out your busy schedule, man, to join me for episode number one. Man, thank you so much, my brother. I appreciate that, man.
Bro, anytime, I'm around for you anytime.
All love, man. So, let's dive right into it, man. Man, why don't you just I want you to, I tried my best to give your introduction, but I think I need you to give the people a full 100% introduction of who God Sparks is, man.
God Sparks, first and foremost, is a creator, inside and outside. And I translated it into music. I go by the name of Chief Amare. I'm one of the combat ministers of the Malachi Empire. But the way God Sparks happened, it was about honestly living who I am internally.
Okay. And when you say living for who you are internally, who are you? I mean, I'm looking at you, but tell the people, who are you internally, though?
I am righteousness. I am militant. I am a bunch of different things all boiled up in one, but I stand for righteousness, and the opposite of that is wickedness. So I'm at war against wickedness.
No doubt, man. Hey, so I've had the ability to hear your music. I've had that time to spend listening to some of those bars. And one thing I gotta say is, for one, your delivery is it's like East Coast type of delivery. Like, where are you from?
I'm from New Haven, Connecticut, like an hour from New York City.
Okay, yeah.
Area, New York, New Jersey, Connecticut.
Yeah, I hear it in your flow, but honestly, I'm very, I don't know, I don't want to say I'm biased, but I mean, I grew up listening to Nas, what I'm saying, Mobb Deep, and where it was all about the lyrics, what I'm saying, and that's what when I hear you flow, I hear a lot of detailed delivery, and how you like when you're rapping, it's like water, bro. It's just it feels like just a water just flowing, man. So how long have you been a music artist for?
Since 9 years old, bro. Like I grew up under that code with the Fat Boys and Run DMC, LL Cool J, Eric B. and Rakim, Cool G Rap, Big Daddy Kane, KRS One. So
No
what you
doubt.
hearing from me, all of us under that school got that same energy. So when you
Mm,
start talking about lyrics, that's where we got it from. We got it
mm,
from the Rakims, the Cool G Raps, the Big Daddy Kanes, the KRS Ones. And I'm speaking of Mob Deeps and Nas's and Wu Tang Clan, all of them.
facts,
So
facts.
we all came up under that same energy.
Facts, facts, facts. So now I do know this though. I know just other than than rapping. Like I said, I know you that just hearing you talk in the past, how you speak. You speak. It's like you speak from your spirit. And I don't. It's honest. It's not that often that I'm able to connect with like-minded individuals that kind of they understand a lot of things that's beyond, should I say, this reality. It's almost like a lot of times when I'm talking to certain individuals, we got to really break things down. As far as okay, we're here in this physical. I'm looking at you, but when I hear your music, it's like I'm listening to your spirit, you know.
It's right where it come from.
Yeah, so I know you say you started rapping since you was 9, but were you always that spiritual when like have you always put that into your music like that? Or like how long have you been, like to a point where you've been conscious? 'Cause I know like, back in the day, I know for a fact for me, when I used to listen to a lot of music as a shorty, I was into 3 6 Mafia, we about smoking, drinking, what I'm saying, selling, you feel me? So um have you always been this conscious, with your music?
Um, I think I want to say yes because when I trace the roots back to where it started for me, like I remember the Run DMCs and Fat Boys and all of that. This is 1983, 84 I'm talking about. But when Rakim came, it was something else to me. It injected me. It hit me with something different, and I didn't know what he was talking about. I was 11 years old when he dropped, but I
Mm,
learned about my third eye. Then I didn't know what he
mm,
was talking about, but he's telling
mm.
me my third eye make me shine like jury, and understand
Whew.
your third eye seen all of that. So this is the shit I'm inhaling at 11, 12 years old,
Right, right, right.
and I didn't know what he was talking about until I got incarcerated. And this was a little,
Mm,
this is some years later, and everything that he was saying started coming back to me. At the same time, Wu Tang and Nas and Buckshot Shorty and it was here, but I had already had my connection with Rakim,
okay.
and that was a spiritual connection because we had Big Daddy Kane's, we had all of them, but it was something
Right.
about Rakim that I was attracted to his spirit. I thought I was him.
Wow. Okay. So you embodied that whole all of his energy,
Yeah.
basically. Okay.
And then I come to find out later on that he was a martial artist. So I'm like,
Mm.
damn, this is all of that vibe.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Let me now. I know you just spoke about uh you being incarcerated at a certain point. How long were you incarcerated for, if you mind me asking?
Um, I did a few different journeys as
Okay.
far as prison system. So 5 years, 3 years, and then 18 months.
Okay.
But on
And
3 years, not to cut your wisdom, God.
you good. Go ahead, bro. You good.
Yeah, on that 3 years, that's where the spiritual awakening really started happening in that.
That's what I was just about to ask you. You took it right out of my mouth. Yeah. And so how did that impact, like your influence on your music now, like your experience? 'Cause I know you experience a lot of negativity, like, but it seems like from where you are now, that none of that had any effect. From what I see now, like again, I mean, I know a lot of times we go through our ups, we go through our downs, in life. That's just that, that's our path. We can go left, we can go right. But I see that how you operate just from your mind and your spirit, you're like you've transformed.
Yeah.
I see that. I feel it. You know what I'm saying? And I think I want to say, man, that's very extremely powerful because it's a lot of young brothers that's currently transitioning, trying to overcome, a lot of that past and a lot of past trauma. Like, what would you, if you can give some advice to some of the young brothers that's possibly experiencing what you experienced, or is having a difficult time, just transitioning and to leveling up from a lot of that past bullshit. How would like what advice would you give to them, bro?
Wow. So I'm thinking about the advice that I give to the youth on a daily basis, but being that this is a tailored question, it's making me really look at it to where I would really encourage them if they came from a religious space, I would encourage them to look into just jump around with the religions a little bit. Don't just commit, right? I would encourage that, and then I would encourage a lot of self help books, like
Mm,
books that make you look at you,
okay.
books that turn inward to where you have to be accountable. Because reading them words and then that shit hit you is something that feel like it's talking to you. It ain't no different than being in a church when the pastor says something and you feel like he talking to you, but he talking to 50 of y'all in here.
Thanks.
It's the same thing with that book. Like my story from the incarceration stuff was just like it was like Malcolm X story.
Mm,
When you start looking at Detroit Red and how he was, mine was just a little wilder. But the funny thing is, from the movie perspective, his enlightener was Conrad Bain. Mine was Conrad Fuller.
mm,
I got locked up, and he gave me two books: "The Message to the Black Man" by the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, and "The Falsification of African Consciousness."
wow.
And in that book, I read, "If you don't want a black man to know something, put it in writing because they never pick up a book and read it."
Yeah.
You never
Yeah.
said. So that's my thing to push on them. Like go inward because that's what happened with me. The more I searched for God, the more I started seeing me.
Yeah. Let me ask you this. Now, when we say the word manifestation, what does manifesting mean to God Sparks?
Manifesting means bringing my thoughts to life.
Okay.
When when I first learned how to meditate, I was incarcerated,
Mm, okay.
and I was taught to pay attention to my breath. I was taught to look at my thoughts like it was a parade, and it was just marching through. And I can either attach onto the parade and let it take me, or I can just acknowledge the parade and let it go. Those were my thoughts. And
Yeah.
then it was telling me also to try to dwell in the space between your thoughts. So you have a thought. If it's not a thought here, dwell there. So I started meditating. I had a little, one of them locket clocks that
Yeah.
flip
Yeah.
open, one of the old school joints. I had one of them, and you can hold it to your ear and you can hear the tick, 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 tick. I will put it on my jail dresser, and which was probably a couple feet away, and I would sit there and listen to try to hear that tick until it got that loud.
Mm, yeah.
That's when I started getting a grip on the meditation to where, oh shit, this is different.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
like that joint is way over there, and it sound like it's right here next to my ear.
Right. Right. You tapped in.
Yeah. So that's what meditation is like for me. But the
Yeah.
manifestation part is learning how to activate my manifestation through meditation.
Mhm.
And I was studying the book The Secret at one time. And at that, this might have been like '08 or '09 when I came in contact with it.
Okay.
And Drake's song was out at that time. The Secret was talking about speaking what you want as opposed to what you don't want,
Mhm.
right? Drake
Yep.
just came out around that time, and he had that song, I want the money, money in the cars, cars in the clothes, the
Mhm.
hoes, I suppose. I just want to be successful. When I heard that part, I just want to be successful, something hit me. I was like, oh shit, he using The Secret. And then
Mhm.
now he got all of that he asked for.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. And you know what's one thing what I've learned over the years when when you spoke about that thought, you got thought after thought after thought after thought after thought, and it's like we everybody's usually just moseying along throughout the day, just moving in, in a conscious way, you know like. So I think that when I come into contact with what I really want to manifest, that thought process is everything. You know what I'm saying? It's completely everything, because it's like your thoughts are either gonna go one way or it's gonna go another. You know what I'm saying? So it's like if we're here in real time and we're actually operating in the physical, but however, once we align those thoughts with what your spirit is aligned with,
Mm,
that's when it makes perfect sense. You know
mm,
what I'm saying? It's like, because you can even try to manifest something and it won't even happen. You know what I'm saying? It's like you could be putting in as much thought energy as you want. You could be looking at vision boards, you could be you could be meditating on it, but if it don't align with that spirit, you probably we be waiting forever. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, that's a
So
fact.
let me ask you, like, when it comes down to your music, bro, because I actually, it's like when I listen to it, it's almost to where is your bars, bro, is I can feel it. I feel it so much into my spirit. It's like, man, you know, that's I feel like, yo, that's bro's purpose, because you're touching, if you're touching me and my spirit in a certain way, you know what I'm saying? Like, once when you drop, you know what I'm saying? And let's say, for hypothetically, if you had 10 people listen to your song, out of those 10 people, at least one of them, at least one, and now I'm just playing a numbers game, you feel me? At
Yeah,
least one, you are going to touch their spirit, though. You're going to touch their spirit. A lot of them, like maybe half of them, you're going to have their minds working like, oh shit, bro really spitting. You know what I'm saying? He for real spitting. So it's going to have your mind going. And that's where, a lot of lyricism comes into play, where, it's able to make you think. But one
mm,
thing what's different about you is you not only make you think, but you make them feel it. You make them
mm,
feel it. You feel me? So again, that's something what I personally, and y'all, if y'all everybody's looking at this, you gotta go. We're gonna definitely drop some links, but you gotta check my brother out, man, because again, if you want to align your mind and your spirit with something positive that's going to put you on a track of knowing, okay, you know what, y'all, I'm about to go through my day just feeling good. You feel me? Like they put it's so much bullshit out, bro. It's so much trash music out, bro, that it's such of a low vibration. It's like, Lord have mercy. You feel me? But the fact that, bro, you spitting on a very, very high vibrational level, man, is crazy. It's crazy, man. Um,
I appreciate
let me
that.
let me ask you a question, bro. When you're writing your lyrics, you know, like what's your practice like? Like, what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of brothers, they like this, they like to, hit the blunt, you know what I'm saying? Or they'll I don't know. You feel me? Everybody got their own way of getting to that zone, but And I see you've been dropping like very frequently. So I know that you have to be in some type of zone to be pushing that type of energy out at such a high vibration. So what's your routine like, to even get into that zone, bro?
Bro, to be honest, like overall, I just think I'm in a certain vein right now. The best thing I could have done was back away from all of that industry stuff
Mm.
and just be free and do what I want to do. Like I don't have no influences influencing my music. I don't care if you don't like it. It ain't for you if you don't like it.
You're right.
So I
Right.
write music for me now.
Right.
And what I want my children to hear, little messages I want them to hear or want them to know about me, because I wear my heart on my sleeve.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So
Facts.
that's like the other. I just dropped a song. It was called "Red Flags Don't Change Colors."
I
I,
heard that.
yeah, I wrote that the other morning. I woke up.
Woo.
I went through my beats. Like something just told me to go through the beats. I got to probably like the third beat and was like, the first line came. She wanted closure with her father, so I took her to his gravesite, and then that shit just came out. Like I don't
Woo.
write from the mind no more. I just write from the heart, from the spirit, bro.
Wow. Hey, one thing when I heard that song, it made me go back into like so many past relationships. It was like, damn, you know what? Like, woo. I remember, I those red flags are for real. You know what I'm saying? Definitely for
You know,
real.
you know what really sparked? I had a meeting the other day, and I was in the lady's office, and
Mm.
she had a book there that said "Red Flags Don't Change Colors," and I was like, it hit me. I was like, oh shit, that's dope. That's dope. But I didn't have a rhyme in sight. I just knew that that title was dope.
Right.
The very next morning, I wrote that song.
Wow. That's dope because I mean, like I said, I literally just heard it when you just dropped it. So the fact that you pushed it out like that, man, that's very high paced. You know what I'm saying? It's very high energy, high vibration, man. So that's
Well,
dope, bro. Let me ask you this though. Let me ask you this. Um, what would you say if you could think of what a challenge or what challenges have you occurred that's made you delay this process of you coming out and dropping this music from your spirit? Like what's have held you back, man?
I think what's that word I'm looking for? Um, Being accepted, wanting it to be accepted,
Mm.
because it was like, where I'm from, they want me to just rap gangster all the time or shoot people or be on drugs or be doing all of the shit that we hear now. And I'm not there.
Right, right.
You know what I'm saying? So they still listen to all the young boys now, or either they going back in the 90s and listening to the shit they grew up on.
Yeah.
So that's what did it for me. It was like, yeah, man, I'm accommodating y'all, but I ain't happy now. Because now I'm
Mhm.
listening back to this shit and I'm like, damn, my daughter gonna be 12 soon. She hear me rapping like this. She start wondering how old I was when this came out, and it's like, yeah, you don't do that in your 40s.
Mm. Facts. Facts. I
So
feel that.
that's what made me say, you know what? Just stand on your square, man. Like whoever
Yeah.
gonna get it is gonna get it. The ones that don't get it, it ain't for them. It's
It ain't
okay.
for them. Yeah, yeah, you're right. And that's the thing. I do know that when it comes down to, the music industry, we all know what they're catering toward, the type of
Mhm.
music they're targeting.
Ignorant.
How what but was very powerful to me is that, with the power of social media, we're in a transition. We're in a whole awakening phase, and I feel like, bro, you are actually one of the chosen ones. Why? Because you are put here. You were put here on this earth. And this is, again, my spirit speaking to yours. Everybody else can listen up, but this is my spirit speaking to this brother's spirit that you are a chosen one, man, and that you are here for a reason. Your purpose, bro, is to allow people to receive this high vibrational music that is going to train, like it's going to elevate their whole vibration. You know what I'm saying? And it's so many individuals that again, you know, they could probably wake up, you know, probably be going through so much shit in their life, man. So much. It's so much depression. It's so much anger and frustration because life is hard, you know? But it's always about, you know, when you always experienced like some type of hardship or you be going through something, man, it's nothing like putting on that one song that just makes you just feel good.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? It's I mean, we've all been there. We've all been, hey, whether you just got dumped in a relationship, you know what I'm saying? If you just got fired, you know, if you going through it, you feel me? It's that music and the fact that you can create this type of energy that can allow someone to just slip back and just vibe is dope. It's powerful, bro. It's beyond dope, bro. So I have to tell you that, you know what I'm saying? Like you, when it comes down to when we speak about manifestation, you know, manifesting that purpose of why we here, you know, bro, you on fire. You know what I'm saying? You are like fully awakened, like 1000% awakened to your purpose, and you are living it. Like you said, when you heard that one when you say, well, what did she say with about the red flags? Repeat that again.
Seen the book, and then the first line came out was she wanted closure with her father, so I took her to his gravesite.
So when you take something and but you turn it into a 2-minute, 3-minute song with a dope beat on it, and you allow people to connect and to feel you, and that lightens up their day. You made me smile. You feel me? Like when I hear it, I'm like, hey, I was just sitting in the kitchen, man. Just past Friday, you know, and I think I heard like it was like a snippet of that joint. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I was working. You know what I'm saying? I'm putting together my products, and I it just came. It was in the middle of the afternoon. You feel me? And when I pressed that play button, it's like, oh man, he had it again. He does that, like, there you go, there it is. You feel me? So it
Behind a lot
that
of this, bro. You motivate me, man.
yeah, absolutely.
I love getting that energy because my boys, you know, my old boys, them niggas would be like, yo, man, why you be talking that going back to Africa shit? I'm like, what? Do you even listen?
Yeah, yeah.
Nobody going back nowhere.
Hey, man, look, bro. Let me ask you something, bro. If your music,
Hold up, Moses. Let me turn the light on so I give you a little bit more light.
better up.
Hopefully that look better. All right, little better.
All right, y'all good?
Yes, sir.
All right. I wanted to ask you, bro. Um, if your music can manifest one shift in the world, what would it be?
Awareness, self-awareness. Because then we'll be able to separate the righteous from the wicked.
Mm-hmm.
The righteous only gonna want to be on the side where the righteous at.
Absolutely. 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 Um, can you share a time that you created a song and maybe it may have something within those verses actually manifested into like a real life experience? Have you ever felt that before?
A bunch of them. A bunch of them. I told you once I heard that Drake manifesting stuff through his music, I took I kind of took heed to it, right? So this is back, and I'm talking about driving in Benzes, and I didn't have a Benz at the time when I wrote it, but it came to fruition.
Mm,
You know,
mm. And you know what?
right now I'm manifesting in my music right now that I'm dropping.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It is
You know,
supreme consciousness. It is land and financial education, all of that.
yeah. You know what's one thing was very powerful about, you know, how you put these powerful uh these powerful verses which are of positive energy into your music. You know, when we listen to the radio and we hear a song over and over and over, you know, with people are just planting seeds in their subconscious, you know.
Mhm.
And I've had this conversation with a lot of people where I used to, man, look, I used to tell people all day, like, yo, that the shit y'all listening to is programming you, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's programming these shorties. It's like a complete brainwash. You feel me? You know, it's almost it's like advertising. You know what I'm saying? And this shit it gets stuck in your head. You know, people would be listening to something that they completely hate, and they would hear it so much they get the rapping and they get to singing, and now all of a sudden, you know what I'm saying? Now it's stuck in their head. You feel me?
Right.
So what's that's one thing what I what I admire is because you know you're consciously collectively connecting the dots bar by bar to where someone can enjoy it, but simultaneously you're programming their mind and they're programming their mind by pressing play to something which is of high vibration,
Mm.
which is a high vibration. You feel me? So I'm looking at it like this, like, damn, all right. Hey, it got me connected. You feel me? And you put me in a positive, highly energetic space mentally. You feel me? Like spiritually, it's I'm looking at it like, yo, this brother could hit thousands and thousands, millions and millions, and I can see that manifestation happening in real time. Just starting with me, because all it do is it starts with one.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm pretty sure it's many others that's feeling it too. So man, bro, I gotta again I have to I gotta tell you, man, you know, you are truly living in your purpose, my brother.
Wow.
Fully, 1,000,000,000%, man. I just want to tell you, man, I really appreciate you, you know, just for doing what you're doing. You know, I'm looking at my computer screen. I see the numbers 555 at this time right now.
Mm.
So I'm seeing alignment. I see nothing but alignment right now. You know, like what's happening, what we saying right now is being said for a reason. Everything that you're doing is being said, is being put out for a reason. You know, everything that we're doing with this podcast, we're doing it for a reason.
Yes,
You
sir.
feel me? So, man, bro, man, just before we get up out of here, fam, please let the people know you know where they can find you, you know, where they can be able to tap in your music, you know, how can they connect with you, man, let them know, bro.
All right. I wanted to add this story in because I've been doing music for so long, but it was a period where I had paused on it, and something hit me to do a song called "Be Grateful." So I had all this is when I had my studio and stuff. I made the beat and I recorded the record. It was called "Be Grateful." It's on all streaming platforms as well under God Sparks, GODSPARKS, one word. And one day my daughter was like, "Baba, can I listen to Be Grateful?" I was like, "You like that song?" He said, "Yeah, that's my favorite song." And that did it.
Yeah.
That's when it all started coming out. I'm like, yo, my daughter, she wasn't even biased. This had to be a week later to where I wasn't listening to the record no more. I did it just to get it out my system. And she was like, Baba, can you play Be Grateful?
Wow.
And
Wow.
so that's what did it. That's what
Wow.
led us to where we at today with the way it's just coming out.
Wow, man. And the fact that you're passing that down to your seed though, you
Oh yeah, I
feel me?
got a record with
It's
my son already too. He in college, but
yeah.
he rapping. They all musically inclined, bro. They all creators.
Hey, that's powerful, bro. Again, man. Hey, I gotta tell you, and everybody that is listening right now, it is imperative, is 100 trillion% imperative that you get in tune with God Sparks music.
GODSPARKS, one word. GODSPARKS, one word.
Let them know, baby. This is how we do it, baby. This is how we get down, y'all. We dropping nothing but high vibrational movements, y'all. That's
Apple
it.
Music,
That's just what it
iTunes,
is, y'all.
YouTube, Spotify. God Sparks, one word.
I love it, y'all. Hey, again, my brother. Hey, thank you so much, bro, for taking the time out your busy schedule, man. Man, bro, time to get back to work, though, baby. You
Oh,
feel
man,
me?
I just inspired. I'm about to go listen to my beats.
Hey, let's get it, man. Hey, everybody, man. Again, y'all, thank you everybody for tuning in. Yo, it's your host Moses Acombe, and this is the meditation to motivation, the manifestation podcast. We out here, baby. One.
Hey, peace.